Here we go, here we go. Here we are. I wonder what this video could be about. You can probably tell, A, from the title, and B, from the fact that there's a box here that says Katana 50 guitar amplifier cut through, which is very useful in case you weren't sure what to do with the box. Now, I ordered this hopefully little amp because my normal amp is a Marshall JTM 30, which is my sort of sound for the band that I'm in, but it's also has a reputation for perhaps not being the most reliable amp in the world, and you know, valves and stuff like that. I just want to use that amp when I have to for the band sound, but if I'm doing other gigs, you know, little pub or club gigs, I want something that's ultra reliable, which I hope we're going to get from BOSS. Has a load of sounds in it that I can use for lots of different purposes. So I'm going to unbox this. I'm going to plug it in. I haven't played one before, so I ordered this from Rimmer's Music. There should hopefully be a free gift inside as well, although I'm not. It must be inside. So first time I'm going to plug it in, play something, and we'll see how it goes. Here we are. Trusty leather man. Look at that. Serrated edge. Cut through. That's what I say. Here we go. So this was ordered from Rimmer's Music, £169 for a 50 watt amp. Fair enough, solid state, but that's actually what I want for this purpose. Now I don't, obviously there are competitors for this amp, however, that's the free cable, Electrovision, right angled, my favourite. Cool, so that's free, so the 169 quid for the fibres with the free cable. Hopefully in a minute we can get this bad boy up and running. There it is. There it is. So cool, not the right size. I don't want anything bigger than that. Clean. Volume. Power control. I might start off at 25 watts. All I need is reverb. I'll take all the things off. Flat EQ, volume, gain, and master. So I'll just put everything pointing upwards, including the reverb, but not the booster or the delay. Okay, where's the cable? Here's the cable. Whoops. It lives! Swig of beer, Co-op's finest. IPA. Hockey dockey, we're going to use the favourite. Yep, it's on. Favourite testing guitar, Ibanez. Chris Miller! Yeah! Who I kind of vaguely know who he is. Well, I know he exists and he's designed a guitar. So, this should be a nice clean tone. Right, so single coils. Oh, broken plate there. So plectrums, I kind of am going through a bit of a change of plectrum. I used to use these Dunlop red, which is 0.5 red. Yes, indeed. So. So that's a gain, volume and master on half. And that's talking, so that's sort of we might get a bit of booster on. So that's 50 watts with a booster, but it's at half master volume. Now, probably want the channel volume up full. Now this is, I can't play this for long because I do live in a house. This is going to be pretty loud, I think. So that's the channel volume on full, master on half. And that's really going to be loud enough to get mic'd up. Bit of delay. So I think that's about the same as my JTM 30 on about half, and this is on half, pretty much, on 50 watts as well. So, success, easy as that. What a bargain for 169 quid. You can tell. So oh, does it feel like a tube amp? Does it breathe like a tube amp? Well, it seems to. That's a single coil pickup on here. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce my little mini pedal board here, because turn the delay off. This is what I normally use for the tiny little gigs. Can you see that? See me? We've got from your right to left ZVEX channel 2 it's called, which I use as a sort of like a booster maybe, or definitely for a buffer. If I've got to use a curly cable, so I want a buffer there. The mini versions of the Ibanez stuff, so Tube Screamer Mini, Chorus Mini, which is these are all really cool, and Mini Delay, and Ditto Looper Stereo. This one, but we're not going to use it in stereo, of course. So what I wanted from here is maybe going to use a Tube Screamer. And we're going to use everything basically, but I want the looper as well. So we'll see what we can come up with 5 minutes in to using this extremely interesting bit of kit from BOSS. So on the amp now, what we have, the settings on the amp we have. Clean channel, volume maxed out, gain on half, and master on half. This is the 50 watt setting. So, just as a rule of thumb, I would normally think that. Hang on, I need to wet myself. I would normally think that a solid state amp, you probably need to double the wattage for the kind of sounds that you want, because a tube amp you can push it and get that breakup, whereas with something like this, you don't want to be really running it at full. You don't want to be distorting the electronics or whatever. That's the channel 2, actually just a tiny mini review of the channel 2. That's it on. Strangely enough, you'd expect a buffer to make it brighter, but it actually makes it darker. Buffer off. Right, I'll leave the buffer off for now. Don't need to worry about that. Let's try a bit of Tube Screamer. Levels on full, good lord. So that's the overdrive at 10. Level on. Perhaps not the best overdrive for this purpose, although I might turn the middle down a bit. So. Good, that's what we want. And delay. Fantastic. Chorus bits. yes, thank you very much, boss. For 169 quid, you've got to say that is awesome. The only criticism so far, it is small. It has that slightly boxy small amp sound to it, but really, I wanted a small amp, so I knew that was going to happen. The tube screen works really well if you turn the mids down a bit on the amp, so you're getting more of that Fendery clean sound. And this is single coils as well, so all that tune there. Let's try that. A bit more bass. So bear in mind what I was playing there was with the Ibanez analog delay and chorus on. So this is the clean tone. With a bit of presuming that spring reverb in there. And there is a delay built into the amp itself, which I think I had on before, so and a tap thing. It's not actually all that bright. Sometimes amps like this can be a bit bright. Even so, I'm close up to it there. From you might be hearing a slightly different sound. Let's try it. We could try a telly. Oh look, I can turn it off, and there's no messing around. It's done by pampering with valves. Oh, this is wonderful. Tiny. I can take that on the train if I have to, or the metro, as we say here in Newcastle, or Gateshead. Let's try a slightly different approach. Haha, 1985 Japanese.